How's it going, everyone? Josh here from StartReplay.com. It's been a while since I did a video game headset review, but recently I've been lucky enough to get my hands on the LS40s, a brand new 7.1 wireless gaming headset from a relatively new manufacturer named LucidSound. And their philosophy when making their products is simple. Make them look great, make them sound great, make them feel great. And I think they stick pretty true to that. This is the headset, but before I go any further, I have seen comments in some of my older headset reviews where some of you might want to see the mic test done straight away. So let's start with that. Firstly, let me do a test of the inbuilt microphone. And this is a mic test of the inbuilt microphone of the LS40s. And if that wasn't enough for you, there is also a boom mic which you can attach. And this is a mic test of the attachable boom mic for the LS40s. At the end of the day, I do find it quite nice how this headset incorporates a built-in microphone to keep its slick design, as well as an external mic which you can attach if you really want to. Overall though, I found when playing online with my mates, they did hear me a lot clearer and louder when I attached this external mic. Now I've done the mic test, let me get one important question out of the way. Do the LS40s top my experience with the Astro 50 3rd Gens, a headset that currently stands as my favourite gaming headset to date? Well, the Astro 50 3rd Gens cost £280. These, the LS40s, only cost £180. So that's a £100 difference. That's a lot of money. And I think for the price, they definitely are the best pair of headphones going. And of course, with that £100 difference, you don't get wireless magnetic charging and you don't get extra computer software where you can further customize your audio. But what you do get, more importantly, is a headset that's really easy to use, looks great, it's elegant, and it produces immersive audio that really nearly matches the quality of the Astro 50 3rd Gens. The LS40s and all of LucidSound's headsets take a much more adult stance when it comes to the design. Compared to, say, the Astro 50s, which feature a very plastic exterior and almost feel like a kid's toy, the LS40s have a metallic finish to them, they feel well built, and they fall more in line with their price tag at £180 than the Astro 50 3rd Gens do at £100 more at £280. So yeah, LucidSound are definitely doing really, really well with the design. It looks great, it feels really sturdy, not like it'll break in your hands after 5 minutes. So yeah, really, really impressed with that. As for the controls on the LS40s, it couldn't be simpler. The left ear cup is tied to game audio. There's a ring on the outside which will allow you to control the volume. Button in the middle, press that, it will mute game audio. And the right ear cup is tied to chat. So again, the ring on the outside will adjust the volume of the chat. Press it once, it will mute your voice, and hold it down, it will turn on mic monitoring. On the bottom of the headset, we've got one little button which will adjust sound settings for game audio. So if you press that once, it will go to normal game surround sound. Press it again, it will go to boosted surround sound. So let's say you're in an online game of Call of Duty and you really want to hear the footsteps of people rummaging around you. Of course, if you're lying down and you're a sniper and someone's coming up behind you and you want to hear their footsteps before they knife you in the back, then yeah, have that mode on. It will definitely help you in game. Lastly is stereo. You really only need stereo if you're watching a film, because I found the dialogue in films and TV shows is a lot better through stereo than it is through the other settings. And that's it, 3 audio settings. On the bottom of the headset, of course, you have the power button, you have a micro USB charging port, you have a hole for an aux cable if you want to connect it to a phone, and of course, where the boom mic goes, you have a hole there for that as well. Whilst I have been incredibly positive about the LS40s, there are a few bones I have to pick with LucidSound. Yes, LucidSound, if you're listening, these are the following things I'd like you to improve upon should you release, say, an LS50. The first one being the USB receiver. Now, for a very small percentage of PlayStation 4 users, aka PlayStation 4 Pro users, this receiver won't fit in the front USB slots because it's too thick. You might be saying to me, Josh, use the back USB slot. It fits in there. Well, it does, but only if you don't connect to the internet via an Ethernet cable, because, well, all the Ethernet cables I've tried are too thick to actually have this connector resting next to it. So I had to unplug the internet via the Ethernet, I had to connect it wirelessly, and then it would fit. But to counteract that, because I want a strong, reliable internet connection, I got a USB hub, put it in the front, and then plugged it in. So obviously it's not ideal, and it would have been nice just to, pop it into the front of the machine, but I can't do it because it doesn't fit. So if you are releasing an LS50 with something like this, just make it thinner, please, and maybe a little bit shorter as well would help. I would also like to see LucidSound tackle charging in a slightly different manner, much like the Astro 50 3rd gens, perhaps incorporating wireless magnetic charging, or going one step further and like the Siberia 800s, having interchangeable batteries, so you can have one charging whilst you're playing and then instantly swap it over when you need more juice. One small thing I'd also like to touch upon is the padding on the LS40s, on the ear cups. Now, this fake leather padding made my ears sweat quite a lot, and after an extended period of time on the head, they were a little bit uncomfortable. Whereas on the Astro 50 3rd gens, their padding is a little bit softer, they allow air to travel through them a little bit easier as well, and therefore I could actually wear these a lot longer than the LS40s. Alternatively, of course, if LucidSound in future models provided moddable ear cups, much like the Astro 50 3rd gens, that would work as well. And one final issue is, why doesn't this headset have Bluetooth connectivity to phones? It's 2017, for God's sake. You don't want to be plugging cables into anything. What do I score the LS40s? Well, LucidSound may be relatively unknown when it comes to surround sound gaming headphones, but don't let their current lack of market dominance fool you. Their headphones offer great build quality, ease of use, and top-notch sound, which is why I give them 4 out of 5 stars. They don't quite top the Astro 50 3rd gens, but for the price of £180, they're currently one of the best 7.1 wireless gaming surround sound headsets around. As always, if you like what you just saw, then don't forget to give the video a like. If you didn't, then you know what to do. Also, don't forget to comment below this video if you have any questions for me. If you haven't done so already, you can also subscribe through this button here. And here's a video which I thought you might like to see next. Catch you soon.